This is Full Metal Jackie with Trevor Sternad. Sternad?
Sternad.
Stern.
You got
like
it.
stern?
Like stern and like a ball.
Full Metal Jackie for Metal Edge TV with Trevor of the Black Dahlia Murder. And Black Dahlia Murder, by the way, on the cover of Metal Edge. Had you any idea as a kid in Detroit growing up that someday you'd be on the cover of Metal Edge magazine?
Nope. Not at all.
And that listening to all those bands on Metal Blade Records, that you would someday be on Metal Blade Records on the cover of Metal Edge?
Nope. You know, I'm not rich, but in the way I measure things, I'm totally rich.
Black Dahlia Murder has a new record out called Nocturnal. It is awesome. And how do you feel that the fans have been receiving you guys with this new record?
It's been awesome, man, and we just had a feeling when we were making it that, that we knew we were in a position where it was a very important album that we had to strike back really hard, had to dispel some rumors of possible breakup or change within the band. So we had a lot to prove with this one, and we just kind of, I don't know, I think we just stepped it up and just kicked it in the pants, man. And,
kicked it in the pants.
In the pants. Gave it the juice.
And I've heard Black Dahlia Murder described as like death metal or melodic death metal. Like, what if you had to categorize yourself?
That's it. That's what I would say. Melodic death metal or just death metal. Everything that we pull our influences from, there's a little elements of thrash, I think, too, in the sound. But, death metal is where we stake our claim.
Does it bother you when people put you in categories that you think do not describe the band?
Originally, it did. I thought it was such a big deal. That we had. I was like, I want the band to be profiled as a death metal band, and that's it. And but we were put in all these different categories, and I think it kind of became advantageous because we got to tour with hardcore bands, metalcore bands, all kinds of different ends of the underground. So it's been cool.
First single. That from the record is "What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse." Long title for a name, but for the diehard Black Dahlia Murder fans, they know that that's actually like the first sort of demo record that you guys had put out.
Yeah, it was like a self-release demo. It's like such a far away kind of incarnation of the band now. It doesn't even really sound like us, but I renamed the song that. It's a tribute to Castlevania, of course. That's where the line is bitten from, but
Nintendo.
Yes, that one's pulled from Castlevania 2. Whenever there's like a night and day where it turns from night to day, and whenever that happens, when it turns to nighttime, the screen turns black and it says, "What a horrible night to have a curse." And how metal is that? How metal is that?
That's very
metal.
Perfect. You're talking about original Nintendo, right? Like not like these new. Okay, so when you play
this newfangled mess with all these buttons,
do you have to blow the game together?
Dude, I'm blowing in them. I got the rubbing alcohol with Q-tips. I'm like,
was that ever in a book? Like, who found out that was the way to get those old games to work?
It was universal. There's that. I have this. You got to hold down the reset button and kind of hit it. Sometimes got to put a little bit into it.
A little love. Be like, come on, like you pet it.
No, I mean a little bit of force.
I think you definitely can tell who you guys were influenced by on this record, and talking to you earlier about like some of the old school metal bands.
Well, At the Gates and Carcass, first and foremost, biggest influences.
Carcass tattoo?
Yes, I do have a Carcass tattoo.
Check it out.
It's on my arm, and it's the Tools of the Trade.
Oh my god!
From the Tools of the Trade EP, which was the first thing I ever heard by them. And they influenced me to want to do like dual vocals, and musically too. We played a lot from them. So
when you go to record stores, do you ever, and be honest, do you ever walk by the B aisle and like?
I always look.
Randomly,
are you kidding me? I always
randomly look. And find some dude next to you, be like, "Hey, I hear these guys are really good. What do you think?"
No, I don't do that, but I look to see if it's there. I'm like, there it is. Sweet.
And you're like, Amoeba, used copy, $3.99.
Oh yeah, when I see a used one, it's like a stake through my heart. But I'm like, oh, some kid will find it and be so happy that it's used because he's only got $6. That's the way I look at it. But the first time I saw Unhallowed used, I was like, oh no, woe is me.
Did you really woe is me?
Yeah, I totally woe is me, dude.